Somebody to do to you. Follow the golden rule, we won't have no problems. Hey, don't you go making a fool of me. Don't make no mistake loving you. But if you're running around on me, let me spell it out for you. ITGAS. If I'm not the one you're missing, the one you wanna call when you're feeling low, I'm not the only one.
Hi, Grinder. How you doing today? I'm not feeling top-notch today. I think I'm skipping the makeup. I was going to see who showed up. Nobody showed up for the table. Grinder, you showed up. Again, thank you. You're amazing. But I might call off the show because I'm not feeling it. We'll wait a few minutes. Da 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 da. I don't know what to talk about. We're doing Minecraft at 6:30, so in an hour and a half. And then we're doing Vixie at 8. And that can be just about anything. You never know. Oh, here comes Mama Chris. Maybe she wants to talk to me. Hi.
Twist my arm. You looked all lonely.
I am. And I don't feel like doing makeup today.
Ooh. So makeup bitch session.
Fuzzies all over. Yeah, I'm being a girl. I don't like it.
Yeah. I've been a girl this week too, and I don't like it.
I feel icky and hungry. I always get so hungry and thirsty. Grinder says, "Hi, Mama Chris."
Hi, Grinder.
There's Myrtle. Hi, Myrtle. Myrtle and I have been Minecrafting this afternoon.
I was reading my book and dozing on my pillows for a while.
Well, this morning I watched, I'm 2 episodes behind on Star Trek New Universe.
I get into them for like a season. And then
this is the first season.
No, all the new Star Trek.
Yeah, this is the first season of this one. I think. Is it the second season?
But it's
I don't remember now.
15th series they've.
Oh, yeah. I'm a diehard. I can't help it. I watched all of Criminal Minds.
I have not watched all of the new season.
The new ones I don't like. They're not written by the same person.
It was weird.
Yeah. I mean, I could see how it would work. Like, I could see how that would work. what they had going, but the writers stunk. The writing just stank. It was terrible. Terrible.
And I think that's one of the things that this strike is trying to like get taken care of, because they're like hiring a bunch of writers for an episode or two and then swapping them out. They're not giving anybody, the opportunity to work an entire season.
Mm-hmm.
So I think that's one of the things that is on the list to discuss with this strike. Is
It says we're having a downpour tomorrow. What about today?
Cloudy with a chance of hurricanes.
With a chance of meatballs?
No, everybody likes meatballs. Nobody likes hurricanes. It's Florida. It could happen.
You never know. What the? My phone's being bastages. There we go. Thank you. It's 89, but it feels like 100. I thought it felt hot. I don't get as much air conditioning back here as we do in the rest of the house.
Oh, no.
It's because of the way the house is built. They built it in sections. I think it was somebody's little cabin on the beach kind of thing, and then just kept adding blocks.
Yeah.
And the duct system is not.
Oh, we had another baby. Here's another room.
Yeah. Well, and then before we moved in, it's dual zoned. It's both business and residentially zoned. And I think there was offices in here before we moved in. So there's
you're
a weird
already zoned if you want to run a business
and shit everywhere that I have to figure out how to cut without killing myself. It's very not uncommon for old houses to be office buildings here in Florida.
Multitasking. He probably won't see it, but happy birthday, Goat!
Yeah, happy birthday. I put a happy birthday for you in the Discord. And I tagged.
It's like the third time I've said happy birthday to him today.
And I commented on the duet he did with Jelly Bean for his birthday.
I'm going to have to go check that one. I haven't seen that one yet. I saw the little collaboration thing she did for.
Yeah, he duetted it.
I didn't make it that far. I was dozing before 5 o'clock. Sleep with one eye open state. Yep, I'm awake. I promise I'm awake.
I'm awake, really?
Not really.
No, not really.
I'm awake enough to know you're not burning down my house.
Yeah.
I'm not awake enough to commit to anything.
I'm not reading you a story.
We broke the machine at work again today.
Oh, my.
Never fails. I break something on Fridays. Yeah, but at least I'm smart enough. I got it stopped after 4 parts.
Oh, that's good.
Well, the first one came out missing a component.
Mm-hmm.
So you got to wait for the next one to come in. So by that point, you've already got 3 parts in process. So 2 in a row dropped. I said, if the third one comes out the same way, don't load the robot. By the time I came back, yep, third part had been messed up. And they're like, yeah, we're shutting you down and pulling the mold. I'm like, see, I'm not so useless as you think size is. But I'm one of them workers. I am now working my wage.
I understand that.
But my conscience doesn't allow me to run a bunch of bad parts, so.
Mm-mm. It's like when I was doing stuff in the hospital and they didn't give me a raise or a title. I said, you have this, I think it was 2 weeks. You have 2 weeks to find someone to replace me or give me this job. Because I'm not going to do this for what I'm making. I'll just sit and do dishes. That's not a problem. My first job ever was doing this, and I can do it. And I know how to do it, and I do it well.
I have no problem being a team player. I have no problem,
Nope.
working together to do the best as we possibly can for our shift. I just get absolutely no appreciation for the skills that I have at that job, the things that I have done.
Mm-hmm.
So now I make the parts, I put them in a box. If I catch it, I catch it. If I don't, I don't.
I can understand that.
I
You
work
truly
my
can.
wage.
And people wonder why people don't want to work these jobs. Would you work these jobs for this amount of money? No. You
Well,
wouldn't.
I have a skill set. I've done pretty much every job in that place. Quality trainer,
Mm-hmm.
and we've had a couple of times where they've needed people to fill in, and they've allowed what other shifts have said about me to make them think that I can't do the job. So I'm like, okay, you don't appreciate my skill set? I'm not going above and beyond for you. I may not want the job full time, but I would have no problem filling in from time to time. You wouldn't have to train somebody else to do it. What do I want for dinner, Vixie?
We're having blackened chicken Alfredo.
I was going to do chicken patties and french fries, but the kids decided to fend for themselves. So,
Oh, well, do that then.
I just have to figure out what I want. I don't know what I want.
I had a turkey sandwich for lunch.
I had sliders for lunch and then a bowl of cereal when I came home.
I had Cheerios for breakfast.
Ooh, I don't breakfast.
I love Cheerios. I grew up on Cheerios.
I like Cheerios, but I don't like breakfast at 4 a.m.
Well, I don't do breakfast at 4 a.m. I do breakfast at like almost 10 o'clock. And then I eat lunch like around 3.
Oh, my lunchtime is 10 o'clock, so. Okay.
I'm someone who will eat lasagna for breakfast, though.
Yeah, our family, we didn't always
I just
have
don't care.
breakfast foods.
Well, because my mom doesn't eat eggs, we don't do a lot of breakfast foods that a lot of people do.
Mm-hmm.
And pancakes are one of those things, before I found these frozen ones, which changed my life. De-wafflers. I don't know if every state has them or not, but whew, they're good.
I have not seen them in my area.
Oh, the other ones I don't care for, and I don't care for most waffles either. Toaster waffles?
I'm picky on my toaster waffles. If I'm just buying for the kids, they'll eat anything.
Right.
For me, I like Belgian waffles.
Belgian waffles. We get Van's gluten-free waffles for the kids. They love them. They get the blueberries and the original. They're kind of a nutty flavor. They're good. I'm not going to eat them, though, because they're gluten-free and they cost a lot of money, so they're for the kids.
Yeah.
But, yeah, before that, pancakes take time, so we would eat things like pancakes and bacon for dinner. With a fruit salad, And I'd have leftover lasagna for breakfast. I ate a lot of ramen because I knew how to make it, but I would make it like I would fry up whatever leftover meat we had with onions and peppers and, add that to it and vegetables to it and stuff like that. Beef and peppers with ramen.
I like the Dr. Up ramen.
My favorite. One of my favorites. And I don't care if it's chicken ramen. I'll put anything in it. If all I have is chicken ramen, I'm good. Oh, cool. I took out that water way that was in that one that I took out right next to you. And then I've been going around replacing blocks with fencing because it's driving me crazy. I don't like the aesthetic. So that's what I'm doing. And using up some of the cobblestone because we have a little bit of it.
No.
Yeah, like 4 chests. And I keep finding areas that I didn't know were opened up. I'm like, oh, there's a passageway here. And it looks like I did it because it's 3 high and there's a torch in the middle. Myrtle mines differently than I do, so I can usually tell who's explored where. Hers is probably safer. Mine's just the way I do it.
I know when I went into the nether, instead of like mining through a section, I like cleaned up a pathway.
Mm-hmm.
So.
Yeah, I put
didn't hit
a couple
piggies.
roads in there.
I did not hit the piggies.
You did not hit the piggy?
No.
Oh. And
I need to get another one of
it's
these
okay.
and fill it with chocolate.
Oh, we have chocolate in the house. Oh, we have chocolate in the house. We don't have any dark chocolate, darn it, but we have chocolate. We have the peanut butter and the Milky Way.
I wanted chocolate yesterday, so I stopped at McDonald's and got a
Chocolate.
Oreo coffee.
Mm. I like their chocolate shakes.
Well, Elliot decided, after me telling him for months and months and months since he got his glasses, take them off before you go to bed. Don't sleep in them.
Mm-hmm.
But he's just like his dad, so he falls asleep in his glasses. Well, he's got a little cubby between his mattress and the side of his bed that he'll set his glasses in. And he swore he put them in there. And then he sat up, and the arm was underneath of his belly.
Mm.
But he could not have done this in a much perfect way because I was able to get everything bent back together, and I would have gotten the arm back on the glasses if they weren't spring loaded. So we had to go to Walmart and have them put them back on. He's just like his dad. In the 15 years we've been together, I have many times gone.
Mm-hmm. Oh, hubby's real good about taking his glasses off.
Billy will just sit there watching TV and.
Mm-hmm.
And it's like, see, Elliot, I told you to take them off. Okay. Craft supplies. Give me a minute.
Un momento, por favor.
Un momento, por favor.
At least they know.
We're getting better.
Mine just coming.
Well, I've been really, really, really trying to emphasize your bedroom is your sanctuary, your private place, your,
Mm-hmm.
Because there's going to come a time where you don't want mom just busting in your bedroom. So let's learn it now. So
Do you know the Muffin Man, the Muffin Man, the Muffin Man? You know the Muffin Man that lives on Drury Lane.
Adam Lambert is making a whole lot of, use of, do you know the Muffin Man?
Really?
Well, he did it on Jimmy Fallon to start with. It was like a karaoke.
Oh, yeah, I remember when he did that.
So he's actually done it several times, like a little bit during shows that he's done and stuff.
I love really it cute. When Jimmy Fallon's, when he does the style of and then the song. I love watching those.
Out! Mister.
Mister?
The boy child did it this time.
Oh, okay.
Female child did it first. Male
I
child
brushed
did it
my
second.
hair the other day. Well, I brushed my hair like twice a day, but the other day I was brushing my hair and I cleaned out the brush and I looked at it and I'm like, my hair that comes out because of the gray and the dark, or the silver and the dark, it looks concrete gray when I pull it out. I'm like,
I brush my hair before I take a shower to get most of
oh, I
what's
have to.
falling out. And then I brush it because I've got a special wet brush.
Mm-hmm.
I brush it when I get out of the shower so that I can get all my product through it. And then I don't brush it again until it's time to wash it, because you don't brush curly hair.
I do. I know I'm terrible. I brush mine. Yeah, well, I just throw it back in ponytail. It doesn't matter.
Well, it's your hair. You do what you
Or I
want.
twist
I'm just
it.
saying, I don't brush my hair.
I twist it. I used to
So it's
pick
amazing
it,
how much gets stuck in my hair just from brushing it before you take a shower.
Oh my gosh. And when I'm taking a shower, I have the cream rinse. I run my hands through it and I like put the hair on the side of the shower until I'm done. And then I throw it away. I have a wall.
My husband his is getting long again. I think it's to his shoulders, maybe a little bit.
Hubby's was down to the middle of his back for a while there.
Again. Billy does his own thing, but it's back to getting long again. He can pull it back in a ponytail. He's like, I'm losing my hair. I'm like, honey, you're not losing your hair. He goes, you have no idea how much I lose in the shower. I go, yes, I do.
It's just more obvious when it's longer.
Yeah.
That's all. It's just obvious. Now my hair is not as thick as it used to be. The other day when I was putting ponytails in it, I was like, wait a minute. It's still fairly thick. I've, played with other people's hair before, and I still have thick hair, but it's not nearly as thick as when I was in my 20s.
Yeah. Mine looks a lot thicker now just because of all the curls and everything, but it's nowhere near what it was even before I shaved half of it off. I'm just stuck in that spot. I don't know if I want to clean it up or grow it out again. Because I'm almost to the point where I can put like barrettes in it and add it to the ponytail. But it's like, I don't know what I want to do. Hi. Cleaning up my room.
I hope he's okay, Myrtle. Myrtle's husband hurt his wrist.
Yeah, she told us that a little bit ago. He went to the walk-in clinic.
We're still waiting on a word.
Yeah, doctor's office. Hustle up
Grease is
and wait.
the word. It's the word. It's motion.
Oh.
We're getting thunderstorms in our hot. Oh, that's going to be uncomfortable is the word I'm looking for.
Let's fold some towels. Everybody can take showers tonight.
Oh, we're having one of those days. It says full sun or thunder and lightning showers. It's
so you'll probably have full sun while thunder and lightning.
Exactly. Showers. I have literally stood on one side of the street and watched it rain on the other side.
We had a good storm last night.
I remember the first time that happened. It was so weird. But it is the season. It's not quite hurricane season. My mom thinks there's going to be a hurricane this year, and I don't think there is.
So since you guys are down there, like how much hurricane prep do you do? Just like a case of water and a...
All right. You live in Michigan.
Or...
Do you have a pantry?
I do.
All right. Most people in Florida don't have pantries, and I don't understand it. And we drink bottled water because city water is gross here. I can't deal with it. It's heavy. It has metals in it. You can taste the metal in it. Okay. I wish I had money for a softener just so my hair would be happier. My hair and my skin would be so much happier. But anyway, that's not the point of the story. So we always have flats of water. And I buy stuff like, if I can, I buy stuff for the month. Because then I don't have to go back and do stuff. Well, I have the stuff that I need. And so the funny thing is, I also buy toilet paper at Sam's Club. So when COVID hit, everybody's freaking out. And baby wipes. Everybody's freaking out about toilet paper. And Elby's like, do we need to go get it? I'm like, no. We're good for a year.
Over toilet paper. I had someone it started. So yeah, when we saw that there was an issue, I bought a big pack like I normally would every couple of weeks shopping. And so when I opened that one, I started keeping an eye out at the store for another one, so that I was always using one.
The only thing that I hate that COVID took away from me are my Lysol wipes. And they're not back. You used to be able to buy 3 packs of them, no problem. They'd be like huge pallets of them everywhere. Now they are very expensive now.
I like that the swap sites and Amazon and all those other things that people were trying to sell them on was blocking them.
Oh, yeah.
Because they literally went to the store. Yeah, they literally went to the store, bought it out so that they could upcharge it.
Yep. That's actually illegal. I can't remember what it's called. Price gouging. It's illegal. During times of
yeah, we never really went above and beyond what we were using.
No. The only thing we did is start doing the calling in your groceries and having them delivered, and I didn't realize how much I'd love that. I hate groceries. I hate shopping. I've completely missed the girl gene on shopping. I hate shopping. The only thing I enjoy shopping for is gadgets. So, like, I don't go to Best Buy because I will spend way too much money and not even think twice about it. But like clothes, I'm like, oh, do I need it? Is it more than $20?
I love thrift store shopping for my clothes.
Oh, I'm too big. We grew up on thrift store clothes and hand-me-downs, and I really didn't care. I remember people teasing people about it, and I was like, it's smarter. Mostly what we wore were jeans and t-shirts. I mean,
it takes me so long to break in a pair of jeans from the store.
Mm-hmm.
And I hate paying the retail price of them. So
that's crazy.
I go to whatever thrift store I'm near and I buy a bunch of, like new jeans. And those become my, when I'm not at work jeans, and all of my previous not at home work jeans become my work jeans. And
right.
I just cycle them through. I just have
and like I said, when I was growing up, I wore t-shirts and jeans. That's about all I wore until about my junior year. I started also wearing broomstick skirts and t-shirts.
I was very heavy in high school. I spent my sophomore year in pajamas. I had enough pairs of pajamas that I could get up, get ready for school. And
in my 20s, I wore pajamas a lot.
Pajama
bottoms with a t-shirt.
I didn't do it. Yeah, I didn't do anything. And then I'd get up the next day and put on a clean pair of pajamas. Grandma had to hide my sandals because I wore them through the winter. And she's like, I'm done. I'm done. I'm like, come on, Grandma, they're comfortable.
Were they Birkenstocks?
They were just a pair of sandals that I had.
Oh, I love Birkenstocks, man.
I don't know name brands.
Did it have a big, kind of big, and then 2 leather straps?
No, they were a Payless pair.
Oh, I got my Birks from the thrift store. I found them on like mine. And I love those damn things. Oh, and then I had a pair of green suede riding boots that I had gotten from Myers Thrifty Acres.
I would be so
for
afraid
$10.
to wear suede. You get a little water spot on them, and
oh, I didn't care. I wore them through the winter. I was a hellion on those things. I loved
I
them.
have a pair of Uggs, and I got them off my stepmom because she didn't like them, but they were beaten up, so I wear them everywhere. If I had somehow acquired them new or like new, I would be a lot more careful with them, but they were already beat to shit when I got them, but they are so comfortable.
My friend was working at Payless, and she brought me home these Adidas. They're like Crocs, but they were Adidas, and they were green. I started wearing them. I'm like, holy shit, they're comfortable. They're so much more comfortable. They were so much more comfortable than regular Crocs because they were gushy. Payless. And regular Crocs are not gushy.
No, I don't like that plastic feel.
No, these were like foamy and the gushy. So I started wearing them with everything. And my best friend at the time, Puck, was like, "You're gonna wear the ugly green shoes?" I said, "I love my ugly green shoes. You want to say something about it again?" I don't care. I'm married and have children. Like I care. I was wearing men's. Mostly, I was wearing men's pajama bottoms and t-shirts. So who cares? Or well, when it was really hot, I just wear my sports bra.
I finally had to give up the pair of sweatpants I stole from Bill when we first got together. I wore the snot out of those through both pregnancies, everything, and yeah, they've got holes in places they should not have holes in. So.
I have 2 pairs of overalls that are men's overalls that I probably should try on again because I haven't worn them in years. They might fit again.
Say you've lost quite a bit.
I just realized that I have 2 pairs. I love overalls. Jean overalls, I'll wear them with just underwear and sports bra.
Yes.
And throw those on. I don't care who's who. And that's what I wore through all my pregnancies too. And people, heavier women would ask me, where do I get my maternity clothes? I said, don't buy maternity clothes. No. Buy plus size clothes, just a couple size bigger than you if you need. You know what you can wear. And buy men's stuff. Men's t-shirts, men's overalls. That's what I wore. And
I went to the thrift store. I had a really good one. I don't know how well you know South East Michigan, but New Baltimore. It's right on.
I know where that is.
The water. Okay. So they had a really, really good thrift store in New Baltimore. And that's where I would go for the kids' clothes, my maternity clothes. So yeah, I wore maternity clothes.
They actually have a really good one in Petoskey.
I haven't been up there in forever.
I used to go up there all the time.
My sister lived up that way.
But I was closer. I was in Traverse City.
But yeah, I wore maternity clothes. Like it was really hard after Elliot to give them up.
Oh, I have a funny story to tell. I forgot. Last night, someone followed me on TikTok. So I followed her back. Then she sent me this message. I don't usually get a calling to read people's cards. And I usually charge, but I'd like to know if you'd like a free reading. Can't con, honey. No, thank you. I am a reader myself. Have a good day.
You're a reader yourself. We have a rabbit if you want to get the perspective.
I read my own cards. I've been reading my cards since I was teeny tiny, actually. My great-grandmother showed me how to use playing cards. We called it telling stories.
Oh! Where'd it go? I got a pretty at work today.
Oh, did you?
One of the guys stopped by my car yesterday on our way out. He's like, can I bum a cigarette off you? And I'm like, yeah. I don't mind giving, one away occasionally, as long as you're not a repeat offender. He comes in today and gives me this beautiful...
Is that purple jasper?
I don't know what it is. I will send you pictures with better light. I think it's
purple jasper. It's beautiful.
He loves collecting rocks. And he had this face on it. It reminded me of Elliot going, thank you for the cigarette. And I'm like,
oh. He
So,
would become my little pixie. You're a pixie now.
he's absolutely adorable. I love him. So now he's added to all of my collection of little whatnots that I have all
I
over
don't
my
have room
desk.
for my. This desk used to have my collection of bric-a-brac on it before it became my.
Every time I clean my room, I clean off my desk and rearrange, and that's part of the reason why I bought, little plastic totes is so that I can get some of the clutter off the desk.
I've never had this much computer stuff in my life. Most of my stuff was hand-me-down. I used to have the one thing that was really mine was hubby and I got laptops, but I got a little Acer notebook when they first came out.
I remember those.
I loved that damn thing. I used that till it died.
It was small like a tablet, so you could just...
It was small, like I thought the Google books were going to be like the Google ones.
Yeah.
The Chromebooks. That's what they're called, the Chromebooks.
Yeah,
I thought they were going to be like that, but they're so proprietary. I hated it. And when I was using it, I was using Linux on mine. So, but it had all the programs I loved. I would take it with me. I would do my blog. I would write my blog on Sundays for the week. I'd go to like McDonald's or something and sit there for a few hours and write my blogs to post.
Yeah, they're little and cute, and they allow you to do anything you need to do.
I could just throw it in my purse. I mean, they're tiny. And I got so used to typing on it, it took me a while to go back to a full keyboard. Because I got so used to typing on that little keyboard. I was flying on that little keyboard. I love that thing. I was really mad when I got a Chromebook for my mom. I thought it was going to be just like it, only thinner. It was thinner, but it's about the same size, a little bigger, not much though. But then when I was like, oh my God, this thing is so proprietary, it's just as bad as Apple. You can't really do anything unless you're online with those.
I was looking because I've really been liking the Apple products that I have, and I was looking at the MacBooks, and I'm like, nope.
I remember when they came out. My friend had one. It was really nice.
The price of them is just...
Oh, Apple has always been extraordinarily expensive. It's the aesthetic for rich people. They're really not. If you want a Mac experience, what do you think? Mint or Ubuntu?
Probably Mint.
Mint. Yeah.
Linux Mint.
I was going to say, I'm
Mint.
good with my...
oh, that's cute.
Keyboard. It came with the iPad case that I have. So,
okay.
It's got magnets in it that it'll stick right on the case when it's open.
Yeah.
And so that's about as close as I need to a MacBook. And then I've got laptops.
I love Ubuntu.
So
honestly,
I have no need for a MacBook. I was just going to get one if I found it at like a decent price. Because that's usually when I acquire my stuff, is I get them on like super good deals. But I'm like, I don't want a MacBook that
deal bad. Doesn't usually coincide. Last time I had an Apple was a Dalmatian. It was a blueberry Dalmatian, and it was wonderful, and I liked it until my friend tried to put Panther on it, the operating system, and just completely killed my system. And I'm like, no, I'm done.
Say, I didn't think you could put different systems on a Mac.
Oh yeah, you can upgrade them, but it choked mine out. Yeah, I went from whatever the 2 before that was. I went up a couple, and then she put Panther on there. But the thing is, she's like a Mac addict, and she didn't even ask me. She just like did it.
I'm not connected enough to the company to just have to have. Like I said, if I found it on a really good deal,
well, I got
ended up in the collection, but it's not something I have.
I got off of Windows fairly soon after I bought my Blueberry died. Pardon.
My ex was a Linux guy,
but then Windows told me I couldn't delete a file. I'm like, I don't care if it burns down the system. It's my file. I can delete it. That's when I moved over to Linux.
I know you get a lot more control
Oh yeah.
of, what you do and do not, but I'm not.
That's why Ubuntu, if you've never done Linux and you're curious about doing Linux, Ubuntu is still my favorite. I've done a whole bunch of different ones. Ubuntu is my favorite. It's very user friendly. The interface is really good. There's tons of chat rooms where you go, "Hey, I'm having the problem with this," and people just it's almost automatically there's somebody there who tell you how you.
The only thing I do on the computer anymore is I will Google stuff, check out Discord, maybe do some Twitch.
Maybe do some Twitch.
Well, with Dreamlight Valley, every once in a while they'll give you free shit for watching certain creators.
Oh, that's right. I remember you telling me about that.
So I either put it on the tablet or the laptop, push play, go clean my house.
So I tell people to do if they can't watch the show. I'm like, just push play and do whatever you need.
Yeah,
to do.
they're watching us at work now, so I well, because some people were just abusing it. Like if I put YouTube on, I wasn't watching it. It was like listening to an audiobook. It was off to the side and I was just listening to it. But too many people were abusing. I am so sorry. Bubble wrap.
Oh, we got stuff in yesterday from Amazon, and hubby started popping what those pillows, It's
Don't do that. That's Chinese air. You'll get the COVID.
Oh, Jesus.
I swear that is a joke. If anybody is listening, that is a complete and utter bad joke from 2020. Very bad joke. Very bad
funny.
joke.
But he popped a few of them, and I heard the youngest go, "Hey, is that bubble wrap?" Yes.
I love his little lines.
I
love his little lines.
Hey.
You've got the quiet oldest.
Uh-huh.
The female child who, sings the song of her people. And then the little smart ass.
He is. Oh, he said something this morning. I can't remember what it was. It was something like, you could explode your head, get beaten with a bat, get poisoned. Poison's the most efficient way to die. And I looked at him and I'm like, what? He goes, don't worry. It was just something I watched on TV. And I looked at him. He said, that's your child.
Now, see, Elliot would probably do the exact same thing and tell me in detail, like the whole whatnot. And my stepmom would freak out because he's watching weird stuff on YouTube. And I'm like, I birthed it.
Behind you.
We got some Snapple drinks from the giveaway last week.
Oh.
So. He was asking me which one was the one I had wanted to try. Yeah, he was very concerned. He was watching Chainsaw Man. I'm like, he watches horror movies with his dad.
There was he came into my room the other day. I don't remember what day. It was a couple of days ago. And he says, and then there was these marshmallows and they were doing this and doing this and doing this. And then they were making s'mores out of each other. And I started going, and they all started running into each other and getting bigger. And I said, yeah, I watched Ghostbusters quite a few times. And he said, you have? I said, yes. It's the new one that he was talking about, the Afterlife one, which I really like. I've seen it like 4 times.
Elliot was on a Power Rangers kick and then got mad at me because I tried to show him the Power Rangers that was out when I was a kid. He's like, no, Mom, I don't want your Power Rangers. I want my Power Rangers. I'm like, your Power Rangers is even more ridiculous than mine was.
Well, my youngest found Transformers, and that was a good day for me. Hubby's not as into Transformers as I am.
I like the ones with Shia LaBeouf. I'm not as big of a fan as the ones with Marky Mark.
I like them all.
I'm
I
sorry.
like my favorite one.
He's
Though,
not
my
Mark
favorite
Wahlberg.
movie out
He
of
is
that
Marky
whole
Mark and his
thing
Calvin Klein
is Bumblebee. Have you seen it? The Bumblebee movie.
I think I watched some of it.
It was good. It was a really good. But the first two with Shiloh in it, those were good. I don't take away from those at all. But I like them all. I want to see Rise of the Beasts. My kid actually went to the theater with his Grumpy and watched it, and I didn't get to go.
How did he do at the theater?
He usually does pretty good. We took him to watch Spider-Man and the Spider-Verse. Going Milo, is that his name?
They got so many.
Anyways, it was the cartoon where all the Spider-Men and Gwen. Anyways, and Doc Ock was a girl, which I thought was kind of cool.
But yet nobody threw a fit.
He didn't throw a fit. He had, and I told him beforehand, if you get out of hand, we're gonna have to walk out because we can't do that here. In here, we have to be quiet. I got me a little kid popcorn because that's my favorite thing to get. I get a little kid popcorn, a little kid drink, and they give you a treat. You never know what it's. A lot of times it's Welch's fruit snacks, which I like those. So I get, and it's perfect size. It's like perfect.
I miss intermission in movie theaters. We went
so
and saw whatever Star Wars it was where it started and it looked like an ironing board thing coming on. Yeah. We went and saw that one in theaters and I knew it was longer than a 2-hour movie. And I'm sitting here and I didn't even get a big drink. I just got I'm like, there's got to be an intermission. No. By the time those credits were rolling, I was damn near knocking over the 90-year-old guy beside me. I'm like,
I will hurt you in whatever God's name you choose and pray for you later.
Intermissions need to come back. They need to have like a special time slot so that we
Especially
know
if they're
when we
more
can
than
go in.
an hour and a half. I think if they're more than an hour and a half, they need to start having an intermission. Because it's fine. I don't mind watching a 3-hour movie if it's well
written. They would probably
written.
make more money at the concession stand if they brought back
a hell of a lot more. And that's where they make their money. They make no money in the box office.
No.
None.
Where?
I know it seems expensive, but that's paying for the films.
Yeah.
That's all that does. The only money that they make is at the concession stands. And our concession stands now have food, like hot dogs, pizza, chicken fingers. You know, hubby gets pizza every now and then. I still get my little popcorn.
I pay the like $30 and have the movie experience at home. Because then I can pause it and go pee.
We kind of do that now because the older two cannot go to a movie.
We also have drive-ins, so we do that one from time to time too.
Is it Cherry Bowl? Oh, that would be probably too far north for you.
I don't know what my goddamn doctor's appointment is.
Cherry Bowl I used to go to. I don't know if it's still open or not. Da, 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 da.
He can watch the recaps and show that I'm not on here all week. I've actually been very quiet this week. Don't believe me? Watch the recap.
What? He's worried about you being on here?
He thinks I don't get much done during the week.
Oh.
And I honestly don't. I get most of my stuff done on the weekends. I don't have the spoons to do a full-time job after I've done my full-time job. But I kept up on the dishes.
There you go.
So I don't have to do dishes tomorrow. I have to do laundry tomorrow. Lots and lots of laundry. Because it never fails. Put your laundry away, kids. Clean your bedroom.
It's not like
where did all this laundry come from?
It's not like you're on here for the whole day. If you're on here, you're like on here for an hour.
I know.
At the most. Hey, Claire. How you doing?
Hi, Claire.
We're just BSing. We're not makeuping today. I don't feel like putting makeup on my face.
We can talk about makeup. Makeup
anybody
boxes
wants
that are
to.
fun to order. I used to do Ipsy.
What was that one I did with Cherry? It wasn't
There was one that
Ipsy.
started with a B.
BoxyCharm. Thank you. That was going to drive me nuts. And I
I
would
was
have kept
gonna
doing it, but they
try
kept
it.
giving us all this facial stuff, and I wanted makeup.
I was gonna try it, but then COVID hit,
Mm-hmm.
and we couldn't. I'm not one to do from here down on my makeup, and I really didn't want to have to scrub my masks all the time to get the makeup off of them.
Mm-hmm.
So, yeah, so I canceled all of my subscriptions because I'm like, I can't wear it, and I'm still opening stuff that I got from them.
Well, and the few palettes that I got were all neutral palettes, and I'm like, this isn't really what I asked for.
Most
I
of
know
my
how
makeup
I
is
answered
from them.
the survey thing.
I actually went in a couple of times and readjusted because they got on a kick of sending me things that, I don't mind a variety, but it started becoming all one category
Right.
versus a little bit of everything. So, headband.
I lost my big rubber band. I only had one. Now I have to figure out where I can buy them. Because my next door neighbor gave me the one I like. I don't know what
It's
I did
hard
with.
to find them. Like, you got to be at the right store at the right
Well,
time.
I think I found them on Amazon, but I have to have her come over and look. Are these the right ones?
As
Hey,
odd as it
Eliza,
sounds,
how you doing,
I
love?
really like the ones that look like stretchy keychains. I didn't think I was going to.
They
I thought
scare the
that
hell
for
out
sure,
of me. I haven't
I
tried
thought
those.
for sure that they were going to get stuck, but I only have to wrap it. I put it in, I twist it once, and I throw it in when I do the big messy buns.
Uh-huh.
And like, it's not a tight feel. It's not so loose that your hair is falling out. I actually was surprised that I liked them, but I got the cloth covered ones, not the plastic ones that actually look like stretchy keychains.
Mm.
But you don't have to like twist them all through your hair. You just like twist it once and it.
Hold on.
Well, it's
Makes
kind of
sense.
like those combs.
With the rubber
in
band thingies
in
on
the
them.
in the 2000s, we did all like the whole wraparound thing, but they had
Oh, we had those in the
ones.
80s too.
Yeah, they had plastic ones that you could just kind of hold around and kept your ponytail up.
No more pain meds? Yeah, that sucks. I'm sorry, honey. Try the ibuprofen. Make sure to drink a lot of water
Yes.
so your system will flush out. When do you get your drains out? That's what
I don't understand why you'd be out of pain meds before those are out. Those, I don't know. I've seen the
banging
removal of them.
Tylenol and smoking pot. There you go.
I was going to say, I heard Tylenol for the head and ibuprofen for the body.
Well, ibuprofen is anti-inflammatory, so it's basically a derivative of aspirin. Where
I
Tylenol
try
is just
not to take too
acetaminophen.
much of anything.
Well, and then the thing about it is 1 hour you can take a Tylenol, the next hour you can take a ibuprofen,
Motrin.
and then just keep every hour switching them. It's what I had to do when I ripped my Achilles tendon. It took like 1.5 years to heal. It took forever. On the 8th? Okay, that's not bad. 4 more days.
Or I would hope August, not September.
Yeah, that would be too long. Well, we only have 5 more minutes, less than 5 minutes. So we're going to do Minecraft at 6:30 and Vixie at 8. If anybody wants to join us, you're welcome to join us. Oh, yay. That you should, did it make you feel better? Usually
I
showers
should be
make you
here
feel
for
better.
Vixie. I don't think I'll be doing the Mind the Craft.
Okay.
I need to send Myrtle some screenshots of the video that I was watching because I got to figure out how to put the rest of my roof on. My flooring is probably rotted out with all the rain.
That's the one good thing in Minecraft. That doesn't happen.
I know.
Oh, I know. After I had my C-sections, my first thing I wanted to do was take a shower. I'm like, I want to take a shower. I'm like, don't wait a day. Just wait a day.
Yeah, that really sucks when they tell you can't because I had my tubal done after
Mhm.
Elliot. So some of the recovery was similar. But yeah, you're never so happy when they, give you that. You can shower again.
Well, I had my tubal ligation after I had my last one. At the same time. We C-section.
Yeah, well, mine were natural deliveries.
Mhm.
And so my doctor said if he was on call or one of his other associates were, I could get my tubal before I left the hospital. It just all depended on when I delivered. Would I get it the same day as delivery or the next day? But he said I could get it before I left the hospital. If one of the other two were on call, I would have to wait the full 6 weeks because they don't perform the procedure. And then now it's back to you, unless you have a C-section, you have to wait 6 weeks.
I didn't know that. I had to have a C-section because I don't dilate, because I don't have the right protein.
I don't understand why they would not do it like right there, because when you go in after 6 weeks, they pump you so full of air like for any other laparoscopic procedure. So you recover from having baby, and then you have to basically recover from having a air baby.
Mm-hmm.
So I don't think I would have done it if he hadn't been able to do it the next day.
My doctor was funny. He's like, you didn't take the class. I said, what class? The class to make sure, because I was on state assistance at the time. So it's a thing the state has, blah, 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 trying to control that we are baby makers and blah, blah, blah. And I'm like, oh, do I have to do that? And he goes, no, we already did it. And he's signing this piece of paper. He goes, remember last week?
I was going to say, if you
know
that you're a C-section patient, don't they recommend you only have so many? Because,
well, I'm technically, the funny part about our third child is after our second child, the doctor said, you're starting to take a toll on yourself. You're technically not built to have children. So, you got to stop because you're getting older and you've already had 2. This could kill you. And I was like, okay. So hubby and I talked about it. And he goes, I'll go and get a vasectomy. I'm like, okay. So he was about to call the next day to set up an appointment. And I said, don't bother. He said, why? I said, I'm pregnant. He goes, you're kidding. Nope.
It's the doctor's fault. He told you not to have any more.
During the prep for the second, the nurse looked at me and said, with all the stuff you have, how did you get pregnant? Did you guys go? And hubby looked at her straight in the face and said, we did it like rabbits. I have never seen a nurse blush before.
Well, when a mommy and a daddy fall really, really in love, he can't help but pollinate the flowers a lot.
And we didn't do the thing where, you know, your body's pregnant. They tell you not to have sex for a certain amount of time after you have a baby, because your body is like, oh, we know how to do this. Let's do it again. And it's very, people do not have, there's all these myths. Oh, if you're breastfeeding, you won't get pregnant, blah, 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 blah. No. For the first
If you
couple,
are having
about
sex
7
without
weeks,
barriers,
first 7 weeks, your ass is getting pregnant. Because the body says, oh, we know how to do this.
my grandmother knew a woman who got pregnant in the hospital after having had her child because her cramps were so bad. That was the only thing that relieved the pain.
It's true. Mine gets so bad.
I felt bad for her husband. He wants to help his wife and he wants to make her feel better, but I had no desire to do anything for weeks. But I'm also
I'm allergic to latex,
so we had
to try other methods, and they were kind of not as fun.
Tubal ligations work great.
Yep. I am seared and I am clipped. I got both.
I got clamps, and I'm hoping after 9 years of being clamped up that there's enough scar tissue that I never have to worry about it.
And the only thing he was worried about, my doctor was worried about, is if I get a tubal.
There is a risk.
It's very slim
because there's no separation or removal of the tubes. That even after all this time, something could happen. So I keep a box of tests under the cabinet and
check every now.
Because if it does happen, I have to get in
straight
pretty
to the
quickly.
doctor.
Yeah,
go to surgery. All right.
Yep.
Y'all got to listen to us bitch and moan about girl stuff. I hope you loved it, because that's what we did. And
next time we'll do show and tell with bananas.
I've done that before. Used to pickle once because that's all we had.
There's people
because this
who don't
girl
know
needed
that
to
need
know, man. You know what I mean?
There.
It's like, your mom didn't show you all this. Like, I had to show her like all the stuff, like all the different stuff, and I'm like,
thank God for YouTube now.
my mom talked about, she wasn't a prude. She was very medical about.
Yes, very informative. Just
very informative. Did not. And when I figured out that my friends were having sex, I got them in the car with my mom and said, Mom, could you please explain to these girls how you get pregnant? Because they will not listen to me. Sure. So they were trapped in a car listening to my mother. Oh, they were not happy with me at first, but then they got better.
And she spends the summer up here. If my kids don't heed my warnings, I may put them in the car with your mother. Do you need a ride back to Florida? I will gladly drive
17 hours.
My children are not heeding my warnings, and Vixie says you are the absolute best for this conversation.
The little blonde mother Meriwether is going to come to instruct your kids. She looks like a blonde Meriwether. She even does that. Ooh.
I love it.
It's hilarious when she does it.
So when are we going to do a Sleeping Beauty Halloween party?
She did a couple likey videos, but she's not into TikTok at all. She liked it because I would get her dressed up. And she used to do the theater when I was a kid. I started theater when I was 4. So I knew she would like it if I could get her into it. But she doesn't get the whole, she doesn't know how to make the camera work or anything like that. She won't take the time. I'm like, Mom, you are a smart woman. You should be able to get this. It's really simple. No, just make it go. Just make it go. All righty. All right, everybody. See you in a little bit. Bye. Love you. Bye.
Bye.
Don't wanna get closer. If you're playing with my mind, it ain't fair. Don't wanna spend my energy. Give my attention if yours ain't there. I don't wanna give you the best of me. If you're just gonna give the rest, you see, I don't play the long game unless I'm your end game, babe. Don't you do it to me what you wouldn't want somebody to do to you. Follow the golden rule, we won't have no problems. Hey, don't you go making a fool of me. Don't make no mistake loving you. But if you're running around on me, let me spell it out for you. ITGAS. If I'm not the one